Semi-final in the Cup, but just a shout out for that conversion actually to the only man I'd ever have seen it make it before would have been Dave Willow Williams, the fattest 10 ever to play in Hong Kong.
So now it's up to Pig Athletic, BaaBaas. They were founded in 2016 in these dark jumpers, the former Chichester Rugby Football Club. And Jonathan Brown and Joseph Shopland were the two founders back in 2016. And they have an Australian influence. Their aim is to make Australian rugby great again.
James McGregor, Gordon, has been sensational throughout this tournament. 6 tries, I think.
Well, he's been my player of the tournament so far. He has been absolutely outstanding, and he's a member of the Australian 7 squad. He's not playing in the 7s in Hong Kong this weekend, but tell you what, I'm sure John Menenti, the coach, will be having a good look at him. I'm sure he's been here to watch him. But it's Pig Athletic, just near their 22, and that's Manihira.
Used to be, Gordon, you would get somebody, a couple of players from this tournament ended up on the bench at the 7s. Back when they used to have emergency, New Zealand would occasionally call up somebody from one of the teams.
Well, I know the feeling. I came off the bench myself in 1990 and finished up in hospital. That's a long story. So now, throw in here from Tanimo. And nicely taken away there by... Good jump by Angus Fletcher it was. Pig Athletic, BaaBaas.
Quite a difficult one to call this, Gordon, actually, on form get into it.
And there's some driving defence from the Ashbury Tropics. Well, they're coached by Ben Gollings and Namani Nandolo. And Namani will be taking the field at some stage. I asked him if he was fit after his quarter-final. He said, I'm not fit, but I still got through my 6 or 7 minutes.
Yeah, they obviously don't. You don't play him as the big quick winger. You play him, get into the 22 and give him the ball.
And some brilliant low tackling there.
A bit too much into out there. He actually nearly got himself turned over, but
nice rucking. Now here's a speed man. I think they're going to catch him though.
Looking for support desperately, and he's got it. Off to number 7. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Ashbury Tropics. Scored by number 7, Lilea Fangu. Which, by the way, will be his 4th try, or maybe I'm not sure, I think, of the tournament. Actually, the composure shown by the player that made the break, just to slow up and keep the ball alive.
Yeah, so it's the Ashbury Tropics in the dark shirts, and Pig Athletic, BaaBaas. So great work there by Fangu.
Ashbury Tropics to kick off. So, Pig Athletic Club, BaaBaas, I don't think they've been behind many times in this tournament, so let's see how they react to this. That's a great hanging kickoff.
And brilliantly taken. Ball was knocked back. Looping pass there to Balai Somo. So better build up here from Pig Athletic, BaaBaas. And here's the danger man. He's got pace.
Half back. Oh.
That's try number 7 for him. Yeah, he's absolutely brilliant. James McGregor, the Australian 7 squad member. Electric pace and step.
Yeah,
he's a great defender as well.
but he is just so lightning quick. Yeah, just coming off the back of the rock there, just so quick. And he's putting his hand up for player of the tournament at the moment, definitely. And once again, like Van der Smit, he sounds Scottish as well, McGregor, actually.
So 7-5 in favour of BaaBaas. And this is all about the awareness of space and who's in front of you. He spotted a couple of slightly slower men. Ale Somasomo still with the ball.
He actually liked shoving him off, that he ran into him again to have a second goal.
He's a very big unit.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a penalty, and that it almost could be a card.
That'll be a yellow card.
Because I don't think there was an arm in it. No. I don't think there was arm in it. No. That was. To tell the truth, one of the more stupid offences I've seen.
It was a brain fade, that one, wasn't it? Just over anxious. And I don't think he needs anyone
He's
to
not
remind
making
him
any eye contact with anyone, so what does that mean?
So Fangu from hero to villain. And another opportunity now for BaaBaas. That's beaten everyone.
There's been a lot of overthrown right line-outs in this tournament. Obviously, it's good to tack off the back of the line, but you need to get your line-out right. There's a penalty to the Pig Athletic Club BaaBaas.
Sam Adams, our referee for this second cup semi-final.
I think they've called the scrum here. Called the scrum. It's been a fairly standard tactic of the good teams, and a penalty in the opposition 22.
Winner of this match to meet Shogun Rugby in the final. Just out from the 22. And the penalty's gone the other way there. James McGregor. He thought it was his.
Yeah, he can't get everything right. Big Nandolo ready for his stint at the end of the first half. He's waved off a lad who's about the third the size of him to take his place. Probably half the age as well, to be quite honest.
Well, he's certainly a very popular man, and his experience has shone through. There he is at the front of the line-out. Just a massive human being, but a very skillful one. The pace has certainly dimmed. He did retire last year, and he played his last test for Fiji back against the All Blacks in 2020. So now it's
that's a really good steal. Could have argued that his hands were on the ground, but quick and got the ball.
No sweeper here. Chases on. It's a good one here from Hickey. And Hickey scores. Another one of the Australian Sevens players, Connor Hickey.
And just lightning pace, great reactions to actually touch it down. And that's a second try to Pig Athletic Club BaaBaas.
Yeah, that was really, I mean, 7 skills coming into play there.
I think
realising there was no sweeper.
They've been found out twice by having no sweeper in behind, actually.
Well, that's a telling strike as we close on half-time. And let's see how our star player goes with the conversion.
Conversion is good.
He can do no wrong.
So that'll be Pig Athletic Club BaaBaas 14, Ashbury Tropics 7, as we come to the end of towards the end of the first half.
Terrific chase there by Connor Hickey. There are 4 members of the Australian Sevens team in the Pig Athletic BaaBaas. So it looks as though we'll have one last opportunity here for Ashbury Tropics, who were launched in 2015 by 8 mates to play sevens in summer in the off-season in the UK. They're based in London, an international club. They've had cap players from all over the world, and they're also involved in the Sevens Academy, making coaching accessible on a global basis for communities. So they play in the Dubai Sevens, the Safari Sevens, much travelled team, Ashbury Tropics. And there's half-time. Oh, there's a bit of a fracas here. Some of the reserves got involved.
That needs to stop right now.
That's very untidy. So that was a little unfortunate, that ending to the first half, but Pig Athletic Club BaaBaas enjoy a half-time advantage of 14-7.
I think, Gordon, we were quite lucky that was at the half-time bell, because there were a few arms and elbows swinging in there that they could have made more of. Well done by the referee and everyone. Let's just quieten it down, play on. Needs to have a word with both captains, I think.
Oh, someone dived in over the top. That was unnecessary, and then all hell broke loose. Players pulling others away. So some of the reserves found themselves in the middle of that fracas, but all has settled down. I did like
when Big Nadami Nandolo walked up and just went like this when he patted the guy in the back, and he just walked away.
The Red Sea parted when Namali. It was deeds, not words, from the big man.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So talking about the Red Sea patting, we've had 2 players called Moses playing this weekend.
Yeah.
Well, not this weekend, this week. Well, 14-7 half-time, 10 minutes to go. I think this game could still go either way. It's who can keep a hold of the ball.
The 2 captains have just shake hands and had a little bit of a hug, which is a nice touch.
And a couple of nice peacemaking gestures there by a couple of the senior players, just talking to each other just as they took the pitch again there on either side.
A lot of players also from the New Zealand NPC. Angus Fletcher plays for Tasman. And that man, Angus Fletcher, and the one in question, ex-Sydenham Rugby Club in Christchurch, known as the Bus Drivers. Club that's boasts.
And there is a penalty is only given just arbitrarily once every 5 games. They're in front of the kicker, but I would recommend, if you look at every other kick-off this tournament, there's been a few in front, but maybe he's won them. Maybe he's won them.
It's a good reminder. I think the last time we saw it with the Chinese women, the 5 stars were a little anxious, over anxious to kick off, and they got pulled back. So it's just gifting possession back to the opposition, and not the way you wanted to start the second half, as far as Ashbury Tropics are concerned.
There's McGregor to put in. CB fancies a snipe.
Sam Adams saying that scrum was wheeled and taken down.
Starting exactly the way that Pig Athletic but Club BaaBaas would like this half to start. Turn the ball over, keep the ball, get a penalty.
And Connor Hickey with there's plenty of distance on that kick. So we're in a nice attacking position here for the men in green. They merged with the Singapore BaaBaas back in 2016. And they're all about old-fashioned values, fun, being competitive, but also respect. And I think we saw that after that incident.
They're just on the wrong side of the referee at the moment, Ashbury Tropics, and just penalties, basically walking them up the park. This goes in the corner again, they'll be pinned down.
Again, Connor Hickey making sure of his touch. Scored the second try with a very clever chip and recover. And there he is. Imani Nandola, you're not going to get past him. There's a rare mistake by McGregor.
More likely to get past him than through him, Gordon. That's a turnover. That's a scrum to Ashbury. They'll need that relief.
Well, they've got.
And here come the Army.
Yeah, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 players, I think. 6 players. No, 7 players. 8 players coming off the field. There you go. That's no 7. That's the biggest I've seen.
And now McGregor's playing out wide here. There must have a different guy playing half-back.
And again, the new scrum having a good effect. Frustration for Ashbury Tropics. These two sides vying for a spot in the final of tradition Hong Kong Football Club 10s for 2024. A tournament that has been continuing since 1986. Pig Athletic Club then. It's Connor. Good presentation. Taken up by Ballet Somo. There's the bounce. And that could well be the clincher. Even this far out, time will tell. But Shea Turner.
Yeah, Shea Turner knocked through by McGregor again, I think. And not through it.
Another North Harbour man in the NPC. Conspicuous with his white headgear. He's been all over the field in every game. Terrific work rate, great support man.
Just read the defence up flat again, Gordon. Great nick through. The kicker was sort of taken out, but the chasers were there.
Ume Fosita, former Tongan World Cup player in 2019. He's one of the biggest number 10s you'll see in the tournament. He's the biggest here, that's for sure. But he's a very skillful player. And that was manna from heaven. (21 plays 7).
The sun may be setting in the tropics, Gordon.
Yes. There's McGregor with the restart. Just gets the 10 metres. And again, that's very skillful play from BaaBaas. That's some good retrieval work there by Ashbury Tropics. They've got just under 4 minutes remaining They're trailing by 2 converted tries, so they're going to have to put their foot down.
Just do with a crowd pleaser and just give it to Nadolo in space and let him run at some people.
Well, he's not going looking for the ball at the moment. They've got to get it to him. There he is, number 11 on the right. It's Pakalani.
That's a great turnover from the Pig Barbarians.
Connor got it away. And McGregor again with that electric speed. Boy, is he a crowd pleaser. And he's had an unforgettable tournament.
Yeah, there's not really much like him in a big blunderbuss and just having him and cutting away from him all the time. I know he's not going to go 60 metres, but he might go 30 through a few people.
Well, you've got Paris Olympics coming up with rugby in the sevens, and he's in the 7th squad. So,
yeah.
I mean, the Australian selectors certainly could not miss what he's been doing here over the last 2 days. He is a very exciting player.
And made the conversion, and that's 28 points to 7 from the Pig Athletic Club BaaBaas.
And it certainly sets it up for a sort of an Aussie-New Zealand showdown in the final. Shogun getting there right at the death, and now this man with his 2nd try in the game. His 8th in the tournament. And here's Namani. Finally the big man gets the ball. Takes in 2 defenders. So a minute and a half to go. It's all over as far as the Ashbury Tropics are concerned. They've done very well to make the tournament at this stage to the last 4.
Did really well to hold on to that there, Gordon, under huge pressure.
Oh, there was a huge hit there. Massive hit by Ume Fosita. Off the knee, play on, and an opportunity now for Ashbury Tropics. There's plenty of defenders back there, and he's concerned.
And somebody's hurt. Didn't want to see that. Just referees called time off immediately. A couple of the players looking concerned. Let's hope he's okay.
Florian Markaya is the injured person, but he's moving around, but he's in a lot of pain at the moment. But the medical staff were right on the job, and with 30 seconds to go, it's all academic now, because
let's just hope the medical staff are taking huge precautions there. Yes. Won't let him up, but hopefully, and he'll be off the pitch, but they're very worried about him.
Very groggy, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, somebody supporting his head now just to make sure there's nothing wrong. This will just take some time, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just wait till they take care of the player. First and foremost, the most important thing. The game itself is all over. The Pig Athletic Club BaaBaas will be in the final to play against Shogun RFC of the Tradition Hong Kong Football Club 2024. I was going to say 1924. 2024 tens. But you did say that it is the 100th anniversary, by the way, of the Paris Olympics.
Yes, that's
and
right.
We've got plans here actually, and in China, to celebrate Eric Liddell. Yes. As of Chariots of Fire, because he obviously, obviously you saw the story winning the 400 metre gold and being a Scottish rugby player, but also he was actually born in China. He was actually China's first gold medalist.
Wow, is that right?
Yes.
You're absolutely trove of information.
Because actually we've been dealing with the consul and Chinese people up there and very keen to celebrate it.
Well, tell me, who won the rugby gold medal at the 1924 Olympics?
Just because you can remember.
No, most people wouldn't get it. United States of America. They won the.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
And there was an Australian, Dan Carroll, in the side, so we had an Australian presence. But yeah.
I thought you were all still convicts in Australia in 1924, sir.
No. We're all reformed at that stage. We'd done our penance, and we all had.
Let's just hope this. Oh, he's up, I think.
Oh, wait. That's
a big
wonderful
round of
news.
applause. Look, we're not doing that now.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's do that. Yes, great round of applause from the stadium here for the injured player, number 15, Florian Makaya. He just took a big hit there in the way he landed, but he's up on his feet and looks all right. And well done to the medical staff.
Yeah. He's a very athletic-looking guy, and I think his flexibility really helped in that collision. So last play here for Nandolo. Nice little offload. Good support there from Fangu. And that's been the story of the second half, unfortunately, for Ashbury Tropics. That they've made the last four of the 2024 tournament, and they should be very proud of that. But they came up against the BaaBaas today, who were on fire, and their two Australian seven stars probably stole the show, you've got to say. James McGregor and also Connor Hickey. Sam Adams says, this is the last one, boys.
Just a wee bit of a flare up at the end of the game there.
You'd expect nothing less from a feisty halfback. A nice consolation here, hopefully, for Fangu.
And he's in, yes.
And he gets his second try. So he's been on a bit of a roller coaster in this game.
Yes. On and off the park, 2 tries, but that's it, end of the game. And there's a great semi-final, let's be honest, Gordon.
A terrific semi-final, and it's going to be the BaaBaas taking on Shogun Rugby.
I look forward to doing the women's final with you. Yeah.